Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Kakodah, Shalom to those who are elect out there. And I'm going to entitle this video "The Walls of Truth Are Closing In on the IUIC." And I could have said something else, could have named a whole bunch of different Israelite groups, but I said the IUIC because they take the stand that the MOTB is not what you see here on the picture. This was put up 7 years ago by the Speckled Bird devotee, which he's not of IUIC, I don't believe. It says that the title of the video is The Israelite 666 and the mark and the microchip mark of the beast, IUIC. And what I'll do is I'll check this out. And what I did was I typed in IUIC, the mark of the beast. Now, yesterday, I was not at my crib. I was on another computer outside of my crib. And there was a video that was supposed to be put up. I believe it was IUIC Orlando, if I'm not mistaken. And it was about 4:30 or so, 4:15. Well, it's not in front of my computer, but another computer. And they said they were going to have a video up dealing with the mark of the beast. So what I did was I set to go home. By the time I got home, it had been past 5 or whatever it was. So I got back home and I put in the same thing, IUIC mark of the beast, or the mark of the beast. So I'm checking for that video that was recently put up, and then it was not there. It's not there. So I don't know what the hell happened. But every time we do a video on the MOTB, it doesn't seem like it. It definitely, they'll do a counter on our video, on the video that we did. Like if we say the MOTB is the C-hip, they'll do a counter saying that it's not the C-hip. So this is a video that was put up by, like I said, Speckled Bird, the Speckled Bird devotee. Matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me go to the, see if there's any comments. Anyway, I didn't catch any too many 3 replies or comments. So let's listen. You know, you can start from the beginning. If I remember, I'll leave the link in the description box. So just listen up, listen up, listen up.
Now, we're going to talk about a favorite. Abio, find me any old clip about the microchip. Just look for the microchip. Can you read that for us, Abio?
See this video, I don't know, this was put up by this individual 7 years ago, but this has to be older than that. If I'm not mistaken, we're talking maybe 2016, because we've been going back and forth with the IUIC concerning the, you know, it's like you got the fight coming up with Errol Spence and Bud Crawford. Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Bud Crawford. So it's down to the 2 top. Whoever wins this is the top welterweight and will be considered the pound for pound king of boxing. So you know, the GMS and IUIC, we go at it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. ISUPK teaches it, but they don't do a lot of videos on it. And many years ago, we used to go back and forth with them, but they haven't really gone into the MOTB. They might have made a few statements on it, whatever. But the IUIC, they'll do whole videos, call themselves knocking the videos that we do. And if you've been watching my videos for the last 2 days, 3 days, you had Redacted with Clayton Morris and Natalie and Clayton Morris, and they were going into the microchip. And then it was Clayton that said, well, do you know there's a little book called the Bible in Revelation? Well, anyway, he sees it. He sees it. He said it makes all the sense in the world that that's the fulfillment of that, which I believe, based upon what he said, I wouldn't be surprised if he's an Israelite. And I wouldn't be surprised if Natalie is an Israelite, but she couldn't see it. She said, well, it means something else. But anyway, let's just let me let you hear. Let me shut the hell up. Let me let you hear, and I'll comment. And we put this thing up. You tired of hearing GMS talk about the MOTB? Then don't just go to another video, all right? Like I said, we said in previous videos, we're gonna hit this thing because this is a major prophecy getting ready to come to pass. This prophecy has to come to pass before the deliverance and the destruction comes. So that's why we talk about it a lot, to ad nauseum. So let's listen.
This is for all you in the closet microchip people.
What he meant by that was he's talking about, I guess there's people in IUIC that kind of watch our videos and kind of ask them questions because they might see it and the leadership doesn't see it. So he said, this is for you in the closet microchip believers. And then he also called it window shopping. So that gives me some idea that these IUIC people watch our videos and then they'll run back. Oh, it makes a lot of sense what they're saying. And they'll run back. So this is why I believe that's my man Pacquiao. Anyway, inside joke. Anyway, every time we do a video, he does a counter on it because he's getting pushback. He's getting pushback. So let's listen.
January 14th, 1999. All right, this is CNN.
Okay, so I guess this was put up in this video was put up in 14, or maybe it's an old article from 14, but you can see that they were at the old school. So we're talking, if I'm a betting man, anytime between the years of 2014 and 2016. Show you how long this back and forth been going.
Is human chip implant wave of the future? All right, is the human body a fit place for a microchip? The debate is no longer hypothetical. The same computing power that once required an entire building to harness now can be inserted in your left arm. So here, right, it says here, left arm. All right, the chip goes in your left arm. Not the right arm? Not the right hand, left arm. Left arm. Interesting.
Okay, so they're going to hold the Most High to, oh, well, you didn't say the left arm. You said the right arm. I put it. So what they're pushing out there is, because now they can see that there is a chip, but they're not equating the chip, the microchip, with the MOTB. That's why some years before that, they said the MOTB has nothing to do with humans, man or woman or child. It has everything to do with nations and countries and I believe companies. They're the ones that get the chip. A nation can get a chip. A country can get a chip, which is a nation, or a corporation can get a chip. Humans can't get a chip. This is what they taught. I don't know if you can find a video. I don't even know if those videos are still up. So now it changed to human microchipping. So wait a minute, we're putting one and one together. So now what they're doing, they're playing a semantic game as to, oh, did it say the right hand in the scriptures? So if you put the chip in your left hand, you're all right. So if they do that to these people that blindly follow them, you're gonna have a lot of people that's gonna get jacked up when the Most High comes. But anyway, let me go into the scripture. First scripture that come to mind is Revelation 20. Revelation 20 and 4. And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark, charagma, upon their foreheads or in their hands. Doesn't say right hand. Revelation 13, however, says right hand, but it says in their hands. How many hands do you have? If you're a human, you have two hands. You have a hand on the right side and a hand on the left side. And they lived and reigned with Yahweh 1,000 years. Now, somebody keep asking me about the 1,000-year reign. What does that mean? That means we're going to rule for 1,000 years. Esau and the other nations are going to be under us for 1,000 years. We're going to burn Esau up at the end of the 1,000 years. And there's no scripture where it says that Esau, he's got to, no, because we're going to be over. We're going to have ample time to kick his ass for a long time. He had ample time to kick our ass. Did not he come into power for 1,000 years? So if somebody beat the shit out of you for 5 years, they say, well, payback is you get to beat the hell out of him for 5 minutes. No, he beat your ass for 5 years. You beat his ass for 5 years. When you go to the first verse, the 1,000 years, the devil being bound, and then the devil being loose for 1,000 years or a short time. So Esau had power over us in the Roman Empire, and Esau has power over us right now. So that was for a certain segment of time. Esau lost that power for 1,000 years. That was starting with, you want to deal with a key date, 325 AD, Constantine the Great. And then when did we start going down? The clock started ticking around 13 to 1300s, mid 1300s and the 1400s. So we go from late 1300s, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We're talking about 700 years. And then you talk about the Roman Empire and the Greeks. That's another 100 some odd years. And the Greeks so we're talking about 1,000 years of various different time frames that Esau, came against us. So we're gonna get them back. We're gonna kick them in the ass for 1,000 years. Now, after that 1,000 years is done with, they're gonna be exterminated. Or Obadiah 118. That's why they keep coming out the woodwork. Messing with elder Monatizak. Well, you gotta move where they don't know where you at. Because the one guy that came out that said you was a cop. Now, how the hell you gonna be a cop and work for the government and you telling the stone cold truth? What kind of agent is that? They're gonna say, look, brother, I want you to go out there and tell the truth. Tell the white man he's an Edomite and tell them that you were Jake. Why would the government do something that stupid? Huh? So this guy, we believe he was sent, the Edomite with the white t-shirt, he's like, fuck you, I'll kick your ass. And there ain't no such thing as Edomites and this, and you don't know what the hell you're talking about. He was clearly sent. So they know where you are. So you just got to keep moving. Because guess what? Nothing came out of that. Nothing came out of that. It was just arguing. You would hear the scripture, he would run his mouth, and you would stop and talk. And it was there for edification that people are going to come up and do this. But make sure you at places. Every time you go out, change your spot. And then stay there until they figure out where you at and then move to another spot. If we were back on 34th Street now, we would have to have a line of Christians, black and white, just lining up, asking questions, because they're inquiring as to us. We're not acquiring. We're not what's the word I'm looking for? Acquiring. Whether inquiring minds want to know, they want to know. We already know. We don't got to go to Christians to see what they teach. We know what they teach. They're trying to figure out what we're teaching and how we got it wrong, and that the Gentiles are not Israelites, and the Gentiles have a chance for salvation. That's why they keep coming up with the same old questions. We ain't here to teach you Edomites. The only thing we do are here to do is teach you Edomites that you're going into captivity, you're going to be destroyed. You're the Edomites. That's all you pretty much need to know. So anyway, it says here, it speaks about the mark. Matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? Let me do this. No, let me do it this way. Let me do it this way. So the IUIC is they're covering their ass. Their ass is because now that the technology is out there, that they are planning on microchipping the whole planet, they got to change the narrative. And another thing they can see is talking about you check out and I urge all of you to go ahead and check out all of IUIC videos. Check them out all you want. And if you get caught out there and you follow them, that's on you. That's on you. Let me see, where am I? Sorry about that. Okay, let me look up the word mark. Charagma. Now let me go to the precepts. Now even the blue letter knows this, a stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamp on the forehead or right hand as the badge of following the Antichrist. Which they're right on that. It said also means thing carved, so it's physical, sculpted, graven work. That's why, what is it? Acts 17 and 19, Paul says we are not to look at the Godhead, the Father, as like a idol that man graved with hands. In other words, our Heavenly Father is a spirit, not a person that you can make in the form of an idol. So it gave you the answer right there. And the word there is, matter of fact, you know what? Let me go to that. Let me go to that. And I went to it before. Okay, for as much then as we are the offspring of the Father. Are we the actual offspring of the Father? No, we're spiritual offsprings of the Father. Just like the Lord Yahweh Shai is a spiritual offspring of the Father. He was a son of God, and we are sons of God. We ought not to think that the Godhead is like unto gold or silver or stone, meaning if you're going to make a statue, you got a super rich person, they want an idol. They're going to want to make it out of gold because they can afford it. A poor person that wants an idol for their house, they'll make it out of stone, which is a lot cheaper. Somebody in the middle class will make it out of silver. It says graven by art of man's device. Now, when you click on that word graven, the word there is charagma. So what does the word charagma mean? It's Greek for graven. And they described it. So that's the only other time that the word charagma is written in the scriptures. The rest of the time is in Revelation, the book of Revelation, or the revelations of, it's a book of Revelation, but the revelations of Yahweh Shai, which adds up into one book called the book of Revelation, no S, Revelation 13 and 16, and he causes all both small and great to receive a mark on their right hand or on their forehead. Let's go to the next one. And no man can buy or sell, because now IUIC is teaching that they're teaching the CBDC when they make any discussion on the mark, because they know that they didn't know back in 2014, 2015, 2012, whatever. Now they know by the evidence out there is that the mark is for actual humans, and they're going to get an actual chip. So now they have to change the narrative, and they have to say, well, that doesn't mean, well, what if you get it in your left hand? And you're gonna listen to Aithan say that. That's why Aithan is back in the world. He ain't around no more. He's still getting it. The spirit tell me he's still getting in with that woman. He's like, his attitude is, oh, I'll just wait till the missiles come. And I could be wrong. You tell me if I'm wrong. If you tell me I'm wrong, I'm not doing that. I'll apologize. I'll make a video stating that I apologize. And that no man might buy or sell. That's your digital currency, your CBDC. Save he that had the mark, the charagma, which is engraved in your hand or in your forehead, or the name of the beast or the number of his name. UPC code 666. Now it says here, Revelation 14 and 9. So if you want to act stupid and play the most, you want to test the Most High, you want to test him, go ahead and get it and tell the white man, look, I'll get it, but you got to put it in my left hand. They don't say no problem, we'll put it in your left hand, sir. And then you just know when the ships come and you call on the Most High and Christ bless, and you don't get beamed up. You see members of GMS getting beamed up. You don't get beamed up. Men of Valor getting beamed up. Any group that's sincere that are ultimately of the elect get beamed up. And I believe all of the groups, in my personal belief, that there's elect among them. All right. So it says, and the third angel. So you're gonna have the mark in the left hand. You're gonna see people getting beamed up. You're gonna say, Most High Christ bless. You ain't gonna get. You say, you know what? Maybe that's not his name after all. Let me call on you. How about Shemal Shah? Laquak Yah. That means take me. And nothing happens. You still see people around you getting beamed up. You ain't getting beamed up. The cracker next to you ain't getting beamed up. The Moabite cooking food, he ain't getting beamed up. And you be thinking, maybe I'm a Hamite or an Arab or something. Maybe I'm a damn heathen. And then you're gonna realize, oh, it's this chip. But the Most High, you said the right hand. Okay, so now let's read this. It said, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast, and the beast is this current system, and his image, the image is not a picture of Caesar Borgia, has nothing to do with Caesar Borgia. Even Elder Yashawamba said that it's not just the image, it goes beyond that. Then he mentioned, what's the guy? The forerunner of Caesar Borgia, Serapis Christus. No, it has nothing to do with any image of some cracker. The image is talking about the Roman system. This system is based upon the Roman system. And receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. Yeah, but it says right hand. Okay. Oh, and by the way, when you take this mark, to show you that's physical, see, once you get this charagma in you, it's going to work with the 5G, and it's talking about 6G too. That's more powerful than 5G. All your smartphones are 5G. My phone, it now says 5G on it. I had to switch my phone over because it was a whole new system. The last phone I had, you had 3G and 4G. 5G is far more powerful than, and that's why they had the curfews. They said everybody got to be in the house because you're going to catch that disease. What was really happening? Because I was out there after the curfew, and police saw me. Authorities saw me. They didn't do shit because I was doing my walk or my run. So I was out there past that time, and you know what I saw? I saw things. I heard things. Anyway, they were putting up the 5G. Now they could have said, if you're out there and you see a truck, a white truck, a utility truck putting up thing, that's 5G. Why are you doing it like it's something hidden? Just tell the people this is the 5G. This is gonna make it fun. Why would you hide it? Even I was gonna say, what's his name? Carol Quickly. I think his name is Carol Quigley. If I'm not, he wrote a book. What the hell is the name of the damn book? What in the hell is the name of the goddamn book? It's right on the tip of my tongue. Somebody help me out. But this guy, he Clinton was his idol. He came up under this guy, Carol Quigley, and he wrote this book. I can't think of the name of the book. You know what? Let me do this. Bear me for a minute. Oh, this is a bad dude, man. Carol Quigley. I put in how many books did he write? He wrote 14 books. Now that's a man. That's a deep thinker right there. He wrote 14 books. But this is the book I was talking about. It's called Tragedy and Hope. Another one is The Anglo-American Establishment. This guy was a deep thinker. Let me see some. Let me see if I can get any more other books. Show more. Ooh. Bear me for a minute. The evaluation of civilizations. He wrote another one, Weapon Systems and Political Stability. They didn't show all the books. Where's all the books? And this guy right here, was a professor that Bill Clinton came up under. Now, in this book, Tragedy and Hope, that's his most celebrated book, I would say. Tragedy and Hope. He said that he was an insider, and he was privy to the inside information of the illuminated Rothschilds, and he was open to their libraries. He can get whatever information that he wanted. And you know what he said? He said, "Man, this makes all the sense in the world what you guys are doing." He said, "Why are you hiding it? You should just tell people that you're doing this. It makes all the sense in the world. Why hide it?" So this guy was a bit of a sincere guy. The evaluation, the evolution of civilization, the evolution of civilization, weapon systems and political stability. The world since 1939, a history of whatever. And these books are temporarily unavailable. 1939 was a very crucial year. And I'm not even going to get into it. There was a major change in 1939. A major change in 1939. Bear me for a minute. Okay, you got these other books. There's a book written by G. Edward Griffin. You got to watch him on YouTube. The Creature at Jekyll Island. You got another one, America's Secret Establishment. Anthony C. Sutton, and I believe they deleted him because he told the truth. Psalms 64. Another book, Propaganda. Look that word up. Oh, I heard of this book. I heard of you, man. Anyway, this is Wall Street and the Rise of Hitler. Wall Street and the Rise of Hitler. You got another book. This is, I can hardly see the name. The true story of the Bilderbergs. So these are some. So you get these books. This is some reading, man. Oh, Smedley D. Butler. War is a racket. Jim Mars. The rise of the Fourth Reich. And this is the Fourth Reich that we're coming into, if I'm not mistaken. I think Hitler was the Third Reich, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, these are a lot of good books. That Esau, what Jake don't know about none of this stuff. It says dumbing us down. Dumbing us down. John Taylor Gatto. Dumbing us down. Another book, The Other Side of Deception. These are some powerful books. These books are for the insiders. Here's one, I can hardly read his name. World Revolution, the Plot Against Civilization. Okay, you got another book, World Without Cancer, C. Edward Griffin. See, these are books that Jake, they don't read. You're not going to find this in your local library. There was one I wanted to tap into. Let me see. Bear me for a minute. Creative Mythology, Joseph Campbell. Occidental Mythology. Dumbing us down. Let me do this. Let me do this. Dumbing us down. Let me go into this. I'm shifting gears a little bit. Bear me for a minute. Bear me for a minute. Come on now. Dumbing Us Down by John Taylor Gatto. It ain't even coming up. Give me a second here. Let me do this again. Let me do this again. Spur got me going in another direction. Dumbing Us Down, John Taylor Gatto. Okay, so it came up. So I'm going to be watching these videos. Dumbing Us Down by John Taylor Gatto. Dumbing Us Down, full audio book. You know what? I'm gonna get my my main man, Apostle Romlock, to make me a a copy, um, not a video copy, but what do you call that? What the hell do you call that when you put it on file? I'm getting old. Like when he does songs for me and stuff, he puts it on not 4G. What the hell do you call that? Anyway, I'm gonna get him and make me a copy so when I do my running and walking, I can listen to this whole thing. It's a Dumbing Us Down, full audio. Why why public schools and the mainstream media dumb us down. This is all good stuff. John Taylor Ghetto on Dumbing Us Down. Dumbing Us Down. Dumbing Us Down by John Taylor Ghetto. And see, these Christians that come against us, they're dumbed down. They're dumbed down. So anyway, I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna definitely get into this. So, let me come back to Carol Quigley, the writer of the 14 books. The main book I know of is Tragedy and Hope. He said that he was allowed to get all of their secret works, the illuminated ones, the super elite. And he said, this makes all the sense in the world. Why should you hide it? Just give it to the world. That's what he said. So he was somewhat of an honest guy on the left-hand side. So anyway, let's go back. I'm all over the place, but that's all right too. Okay, Revelation 19 and 20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark. So he's going to tell you it's for your good. Well, wait a minute, isn't that Revelation? No, this is not it. That's not talking about that. And then stupid people are going to take it anyway. Of the beast and them that worship the image, not Caesar Borgia, but the system. That's a part of the system. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. So now I want to look up the word deceived. Let's get the Greek word for deceived. The juicy juice they gave it to people because they were deceived. A lot of people got messed up by it, and they realized that they were deceived. Deceived. I already know the word is planao. Planao. To cause astray, to lead astray, lead aside from the right. That's why I believe these guys took the bag. I believe IUIC and them took the bag to go astray, wander, roam about, metaphorically, to lead away from the truth. When we tell you what the MOTB is, and you got somebody else saying different, they're leading you away from the truth. to lead into error, to deceive, to be led into error, to be led aside from the path of virtue, to go astray, sin. So taking the charagma is not sin. It's a sin to to sever or fall away from the truth of heretics, to be led away into error and sin, not to be forced away. That's why you got a lot of people that still following these different Christian churches out there, because they're deceived. They wasn't forced. Vocab ain't got a gun on these people's heads. They're deceived. The Most High has not opened up their kundalini, their third eye. The Most High did not tap into their spirit, their souls, their what do you call it? Another word for the third eye is the a pineal gland. You know, they say you can't get, you know, the pineal gland is where you open your pineal gland to eating right. And one thing you can use is go-to cola. That's a supplement, and it cleans your pineal gland. Now you can do the right things and still not get nothing, because the Most High ain't giving you nothing. But then you got Jake, whose pineal gland is stopped up. You know, it's not clear. That the Most High can still give you, give you. Let me see something. No, I ain't gonna see that. I'm going too many different places. But the word deceived by the mark is they're gonna tell you that it's like this. The JJ, they deceive people. They said you're gonna die if you don't take it. This is gonna happen. That's gonna happen. So let me come on back. So this is the last time the word mark is there. G5480. Now I'm gonna show you. It doesn't mean it's like, well, the Most I said the right hand. I'll get it so I can keep eating, but I'll get it on my left hand. I'll demand I want it on my left hand. Well, guess what? I read one precept where it says hand, right? Let me go back to it. Well, this is what I wanted anyway. It says it says hand. Wait a minute. Mark upon the forehead or the hands. But then it says hand. So you got two hands, a right hand and a left hand, right? So let me do this. So this is the word for hand. It doesn't say right hand or left hand. It says hand. It says right hand in 13 and 16, in Revelation 14 and 9, and the third angel follows, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. Let me look up the word hand. It should be dextos, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, it says hand. In Revelation 13, I believe the word is dextos, which means right hand, which means your power hand. The word here is
Charles G. 5495. Kaya.
okay, this even goes into something else, but it says a hand right here. Let me do this. Okay, I'm gonna give you some examples. Matthew 5:30. And if thy right hand offend thee, and Yahweh shall put forth his hand, physical hand, and touch him, saying, I will be clean, and immediately his left. So he physically put his hand out. So if you get the chip in the right hand or on the left hand, the Most High is going to destroy you. So let's listen.
Which is contrary to Revelations, right?
Right.
Read on.
Better yet, somebody else's left arm.
Somebody else is left on. Let's go down to the part where he.
So that's their way out. They're going to give you the chip. And if you want the cheat code, just say you want it in the left hand, and then you'll be all right. So there's some people will probably do it. Well, he said if it's not in the right hand, I'm okay. So I'm gonna put it in my left hand. If y'all listen to these dudes and do what they say, you're in big trouble. You're not gonna make it.
He gets to work. So it says left arm. Go down. It's Kevin Warwick. This guy that got his left arm. Go down to where he uses it.
Warwick has spent more than 20 years researching and developing intelligent buildings. In our building in the cybernetics department, we've got quite a number of doorways rigged up so that they pass a radio signal between the door frame, he says.
So he got the door to open with his left arm, not the right hand.
Through a radio signal.
Right.
When I go through the doorway.
So you're hearing it, right? If I remember, I'll leave this link in the description box. If I don't, all you got to do is stop it and read it. So what they're telling you, there's a way out. If you get the chip, make sure you get it in the left hand or the butt cheek. Don't get in the forehead or the right hand. And I read to you in Revelation that it says hand. Revelation 13 says right hand. Two other precepts in Revelation, in the book of Revelation, says hands, getting it in your hands. You have a right hand, left hand, or hand.
Ways the radio signal energizes the coil. It produces an electric current.
The chip has a coil inside of it, which is inside his left arm. That's why.
Which the chip use.
That's your 5G and your 6G. That's why you're going to get a cancer pursuant to Revelation 16, verse 2. So what they're doing is they're trying to pull a fast one on the Most High. This is like the cheat sheet. So if you do it this way, you'll be all right. But remember, some years before that, they were saying that humans are not going to get it. This only applies to corporations and nations. Big nations and small nations, rich nations and poor nations. And they said it was an embargo. Now they acknowledge that it's talking about it's going to actually be put inside you, your forehead, your right hand. But the way to get around it is taking in the left hand. So like I said, if you people blindly follow these people, don't blame it on us. Don't come running us. We can't help you. Like Flavor Flav said, I can't do nothing for you, man. You're going to went from the jelly into the jam. Flavor Flav got problems of his own. So leave my black ass alone.
To send out an identifying signal, which the computer recognizes as being me.
So the point is that his left arm, he got the chip to work on his left arm. He also got to work on his right hand and his left hand to do all these different things, which is completely contrary to what Revelation 13, 16 says. It says the right hand. So the judgment for the left arm is what?
So remember, this is the guy, he got kicked out of IUIC for a year for committing adultery. This is the guy that a couple years later this had to be 2014 because he came, me and him were going back and forth. And I believe it was 2016, 2017. He said to her, you're right. This is when he was under, what's this guy, Kersey, which is a character for the movie that this guy played in, Charles Bronson. The vigilante, whatever the hell the name of the movie is. Something Kersey was his name. And would take the name down, we would delete it, come up with another Kersey 1, Kersey 2, Kersey 3. And I believe it was 2016, 2017, where he said, going back and forth with me, you're absolutely right, Tahar and GMS, the mark of the beast is the microchip. I told him, when are you going to tell the leadership of the IUIC? He came back and told me, I wish I had saved these comments. He came back and told me that he mentioned not IUIC. He mentioned Johanna, meaning the General Johanna, and the leadership or Bishop Nate is not ready for it. Meaning he said, yes, it's true, but if I tell them, that's going to shake things up. They might kick me out of school. So I think I came back and said, well, who do you trust? The Most High or man? Who do you fear? So he came out and said that, yes, you are right, the mark of the beast is chip. Then he kept playing back and forth. And I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, he said, oh, the mark of the beast already came already. Where did that come from? So like I said, you want to go ahead and follow these guys? You go right ahead. But don't blame us. And he lacketh understanding because he committed the act of adultery.
Anyone? It mentions the right hand and forehead, right? Everyone familiar with that? Yeah, it should get the scripture.
We're going to get it later.
Okay. Well, the point is that it tells you in the scripture that it says the right hand.
Let me say this. I checked out Kanai Spirit, Elder Kanai, Bishop Kanai, whatever. He ain't feeling it, man. He wasn't feeling it when General Nathaniah in the Ebonic Hebrew, the bootleg Hebrew, as they call it. They call our Hebrew the bootleg Hebrew, but he went back to his bootleg name. Kanai, let me bring this back so you can see his face. Let me do this.
Radio signal. I go through the doorways, the radio signal energizes the coil, it produces an electric current.
The chip has a coil inside of it.
That's why they're going to get cancer. In my estimation, that's why they're going to get cancer.
It's inside his left arm. That's why.
It's a chip used to send out an identifying signal, which the computer recognizes as being me.
So the point is that his left.
So when that happens, you can never get light. If you lose your key, well, you ain't going to have no keys to begin with. You go to your car picks up the signal in your chip, and that's your car, the door opens, right? Your house, you don't need, you can't say, oh, I lost my keys. What do I do now? Let me call the locksmith. It's going to put locksmiths out of business. Because when you come to the downstairs, if you live in a building, you come in downstairs, you put your hand up, boop, it opens. You go to the 8th floor, 8D or whatever, and you realize you live in 7D, and you made a mistake, so you put your hand in, nothing opens. Then you look and realize, oh, this is 8D. Let me go a flight down. I didn't realize it. Then you put the chip in. You put the hand next to the door, and the door opens up.
Left arm, he got the chip to work on his left arm. He also got to work on his right hand and his left hand to do all these different things, which is completely contrary to what Revelation 13:16 says. It says the right hand. So the judgment for the left arm is what?
Same judgment for the right hand if you go to Revelation chapter 20. It doesn't say left hand, right hand. It says hand or hands. He ain't feeling it.
Anyone? It mentions the right hand and forehead, right? Everyone familiar with that? Yeah, it should get the scripture.
We're going to get it later.
Okay. Well, the point is that it tells you in the scripture that it says the right hand or the forehead. For some of y'all conspiracy theorists in there hiding, he got it to work on his left.
You heard what he said, for some of you conspiracy theorists in here hiding. So there's certain people that are part of IUIC that be watching our videos. Well, I'm going to say this, keep watching the videos, but you got to make a move. You got to make a move. Stop that window shopping. You got to make a move. But if you're not of the elect, you're not going to get it any goddamn way.
Left arm. What is the judgment when it goes in your left arm?
Same judgment if you get in the right arm. Revelation 16 and 2, you're going to receive a cancer. What does it say? You got to read it, actually. Matter of fact, let me do this. Let me do this. Slide this over here. You're wondering, where did he learn to slide like that? Inside joke. Revelation, do this again. I could have just put in Revelation 16 and Revelation 16 and 2. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory. Meaning we're going to be over Babylon, seeing Babylon. We're going to hover up there. We're going to hover high enough where we can see it. That's what that means. This is Psalms 91. Only with thine eyes shall behold and see the reward of the wicked. So that's what that's talking about. Above the glass, meaning we're above the earth. And we're going to see the missiles hitting this place. Mingle with fire, and them that had gotten the victory. Who's going to get the victory? The elect of the Most High, the ones that are diligent. Let me say that again. The elect that are diligent. Everybody in GMS. And we're going to start kicking people out too. We're going to start suspending people, and we're going to start kicking people out. You're supposed to be doing videos every single day, consistently. If you miss a day or two, that's all right, as long as you're consistent. You here to do the work, man. It says the field is ready to harvest, but there's no laborers. You're not here just to learn. You're here to learn so you can teach. So I'm talking about the New York camp. Them other GMS camps, y'all got your own way y'all do things, but everybody's supposed to be working, man. We all gonna get that penny. The penny, you get that penny at the end of the day when you work. If you're sleeping in some bushes and they see they got no way, where my penny? You didn't work. Well, yeah, I worked. I did work. Then they got a camera on your ass. You sleeping in a damn hammock, 90% of the time talking about you need pay. And Jake, look, I used to do that in jobs. We used to work at jobs in the factory. Man, we used to hide in the boxes and sleep for 2 hours and pop up and act like we're going to work and talk about where's our pay. That's when I was young. We knew all kind of tricks to get over these crackers. It says, I ain't even gonna go into what we used to do to these devils and their businesses, man. They better treat me right. Let me see. Where am I? Okay. So this is Psalm 91. Only with thine eyes shall thou behold the reward of the wicked. It says, there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark. Did it say the mark in the right hand, but not the left hand? You're gonna get that. If you got it in the left hand, you're gonna get a cancer in your left hand. If you get it in your butt cheek, you're gonna get a cancer in your butt cheek. It says, sore upon the men that which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship the image, meaning you're part of the system. That's what it means. You're part of the system. So now let's come back.
No, there is no judgment for it.
You see that? I tell you, got some chippers in here.
Says,
You chippers need to join on bum camps.
You heard what he said, right? I'm gonna let it play. Those few chippers, I told you got chippers in here. Those few chippers need to join them bum camps. This is shaming somebody. If they keep the same energy, the Most High is going to destroy each and every last one of them. The Most High is going to destroy each and at last. And I told you before, the Most High gonna break up the IUIC. The Most High, Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, is just getting started with y'all. Because you know we teaching the truth. And then at the end of the day, you find out you've been calling us bums, and we're the men of the most. Let's say some of us are the 12. So you're saying the 12 were bums. Remember the scriptures say, who called someone fool, call someone rocker, is in danger of hellfire. So you go ahead and you stay with the IUIC because you get that purple chief search and you get to march down the street and feel good about yourself. They ain't giving you the whole truth. This guy, you don't see him. He got kicked out for committing an act of adultery with another sister. They pushing that marriage shit and the importance of marriage, and it's all about marriage and sisterhood and brotherhood. He committed adultery with a chick. Scripture said in the law, this is the law. It speaks about following after multitude to do wickedness. And see, you can't stand up and say, I don't see it, because you'll curse your asses out. And if you keep saying, well, I still don't see it, they'll kick you out. So let's listen. This is the most important video that I have ever made. I can't stress that enough, how important this video is. Because this is the group, the main ingredient for you older cats. There was a group called the Main Ingredient. Well, guess what? We have the main ingredient, and they don't.
It tells you in the scripture that it says the right hand or the forehead. For some of y'all conspiracy theorists in there hiding, he got it to work in his left arm. What is the judgment when it goes in your left arm?
Same judgment that's in your right arm. Because I read, besides Revelation 13 and Revelation 20, and I believe Revelation 19, we go back to it, it says hand or hands. It ain't talking about two right hands. It's talking about your right hand on your left hand. And the reason why I said right hand, because the word there is dextrose. If you look it up, it's Greek, meaning your power hand. Now, you got people that are southpaws in boxing. Where's their dextrose? In their left hand. That's what the word means, dextrose. Matter of fact, let me go to it. I'm not just going to say it, I'm going to prove it. Prove all things and hold fast to that which is good. It says right hand, right? Like I said, Jake, Negroes buy cars based upon the way they look, how the system plays, the rims. They look at the rims. They look at the interior of the car, the exterior of the car. They hit the system. They want the car. Here you got Esau. They'll get a mechanic. They'll get two mechanics to come with them. And the guy that's going to buy the car is a weekend mechanic. And they got all kind of tools to check. They check the undercarriage. They got the scanning tools. They check everything. I mean, I got a bunch of tools that I use on cars. I check cars. If there's a problem, I'll check one thing. I'll check whether it's charging, whether the battery's weak or dead or need a new battery, whether it's an alternator. I can check a car out. I know enough about mechanics to know if the batteries, you need a new battery, or you need a charge, or you need a jump start, or it's an alternator. The battery's good, it's an alternator. And I'll explain why. The car won't start, but once you tap the starter with a hammer to start, that means the bushings are going. Now you can take the thing apart and clean the bushings and put it back together, and you'll be good. But normally you'll take it to a place and they'll give you a rebuilt starter. Because what do? They open up whatever components does not work. It's usually the bushings They'll clean the bushings or change the bushings. They'll put it back on the shelf. That's why a brand new one is more than then you got a brand new, you got you got remanufactured, which is near brand new. Then you got rebuilt, which Joe Smo rebuilds it. All right. So that's what Esau does. They check the car out. Another thing that Esau does that Jake doesn't do, they'll go on the web and they'll do the reviews on it. The reviews overall is 4.5 out of 5. Right there, you say, well, that's a good car. If it's 4.5, then they'll tell you the pros and the cons. The pros outweigh the cons, and you already know what you got. And then you know, based upon the car, all cars break down the same way. After so many miles, this goes. After so many miles, that goes. Then you know before they go, you change it. See, Jake doesn't look at it that way. They don't analyze shit. Like I said, Esau does that. Jake, if it look good on the outside, if the system's playing, if the rims is right, you know, I'm with this. Then they wonder why the car breaks down. Because nigga, you didn't check the mechanics of the car. So if you think like a Negro that's buying a car, you'll be welcome to the IUIC. Where am I at? What am I looking for? Okay, so it's right hand. Instead of right in hand, it's right hand. Dexios. I said dextrose. Dexios. That's where you get the word dexterity from. How good are you with your hands? You can be left-handed, and that can also mean dexios. The right hand, which is your power hand, a place of honor or authority. Let me see if there's a root to this. That's why when you go to Revelation 24, it said hands, and you look that word up, it's not the word dexios. I read the word and it said your actual hands, either right hand or left hand. To take with the hand, whether it be right or left, to take hold of, take up, to take up, receive. If you're left-handed, your power hand, you're going to grab with your left hand. You're going to do things. You're going to write with your left hand. If I'm teaching somebody how to box, in order to know where his power hand is, I said, what hand do you write with? If he writes with his left hand, I say, here, this ball, throw this ball. If he throws with his left hand, I know he's a southpaw. So that's his left hand. That's his dexios, which normally is your right hand, but in some cases, it's your left hand. A lot of these boxers that have terrific sizzling left hooks, they converted southpaws. Their lead hand, how does it go? Their lead hand would be their right hand if they're southpaw. So what you do is you make their lead hand the left hand, so they got this sizzling left hook. I know Apostle Bar is cracking up. I had a sizzling left hook. I still got a sizzling left hook. All these guys just say, well, watch his left hook. And I'm not even a lefty. To receive access to a visit, to receive or grant access to a what? A visitor, not to refuse intercourse, or friends to receive, take upon the one, sustain, bear. Right, you bear with your left hand if you're left-handed. So y'all got to go into them words. The word right hand doesn't necessarily mean your hand. It means the power hand, whether it be left or right. If you put the chip in your power hand with your left hand, you're gonna be judged like you put it in your right hand. So these guys are set up to deceive you, man. All they are stumbling blocks. That's all they are. So let's listen to some more.
No, there is no judgment for it.
You see that? I tell you, got some
See
chippers
that?
in here.
Brother says
That's-
judgment.
You chippers need to join them bum camps.
You do need to join them bum camps. Bum camp. You need to join them bum camps. We're not going to give you no a t-shirt. Okay, you come as you are. Okay? Watch what Yahweh Shem Yahushua gonna do to these niggas.
That's-
Leave here. There's no law.
That-
I'm not advocating putting anything in your body at all, but
Right.
that clear. You don't advocate putting any type of thing in your body whatsoever, electronic, to open a door or to buy stuff. However,
Why do he say that? Because he knows that's coming down the pike. They weren't saying that 2 years before this, before they made this video. They were saying it's talking about countries and companies. Well, wait a minute. Where's the right hand of a country or company?
where in the scriptures does it say if this person here, let's say this guy was Jake, he got in his left arm, what is the judgment?
Judgment is the same judgment if you got it in your right arm.
There is none that is not written. So how can it be a tip then? If it's in every other hand aside from the right one. The most High didn't.
He doesn't know because he doesn't go. Dextrose is your power hand. It could be your left or your right hand. If you're a lefty, your dextrose is your left hand. And then hands in Revelation, or hand in Revelation 20 and 4, and I believe Revelation 19 is talking about your actual physical hand. That's why I didn't say right hand or left hand. So you could put it in Sweden. These Edomites are getting it put in their left hand because what they do everything opposite with what we do. When they drive a car, the steering wheel is on what side? It's on the right hand side. In America, the steering wheel is on the left hand side.
say hand, arm, left butt cheek, left toe. That's not in the Bible. It says right or forehead. I have researched it. I've not found one.
You didn't research the Greek. You didn't go into the Greek. See, these guys, they'll curse us out for going into the Greek and the Hebrew. These guys are not all that deep. Even vocab knows that. They'll go to John 3:16, where it says world, then they'll go to, what is that, Isaiah 45:17, I believe, where it says the world, and then vocab will say that's two completely different worlds, which is true. That's why the route to go with John 3:16 is what is the root word, the Greek word. Most Christians don't know that, except if they're scholars.
Chip that goes in the forehead yet. I haven't found one forehead chip yet. I found the left arm. I found the right hand, left hand. So what's the judgment? There is none because it's not a damn chip. That's the point. One more.
Exactly.
Now, let me let you listen to this again. In case it went past you.
Arm, left butt cheek, left toe. That's not in the Bible. It says right or forehead. I have researched it. I have not found one chip that goes in the forehead yet. I haven't found one.
I have not found that. That was as of 2013, 2014. Elon Musk has a company that he purchased that he purchased. Now to his company is called Neuralink. Neuralink. Let's look up Neuralink. So he said, I have not found nobody with a chip in their forehead. Let's go to Neuralink. See what that says. All right, bear with me. Bear with me for a minute. Shoot. Okay, so I clicked on Neuralink, and it says I'm on my smartphone. It says create a generalized brain interface to restore autonomy to those with unmet medical needs today and unlock human potential tomorrow. Okay, it says implant. I'm on my smartphone. I put in Neuralink, so it sent me to the page. Is it implant? Our our brain computer interface is that's here in your forehead. Is fully implantable, cosmetically invisible because it's in your forehead, in your brain. That's why they call it brain chip, and designed to your let you control a computer or mobile device anywhere you go. So he said he doesn't see it. He should stick like Arnold Schwarzenegger said, stick around. You should have stuck around, man. You jump into conclusions, my man. You jump into conclusions, my boy.
One forehead chip yet. I found the left arm. I found the right hand, left hand. So what's the judgment? There is none because it's not a damn chip. That's the point. One more.
Exactly.
Go to Wikipedia one also. I'm gonna show you where it comes from. Read that.
In Christianity, some believe the implantation of chips may be the fulfillment of the prophecy of the mark of the beast.
In where I'm
Of the mark of
the top. Where does it come from?
In Christianity,
Oh, white people. That's where it comes from. Go ahead.
in
Christianity was started by black people, Constantine and them. So, because the Christians say it, and they say Most High and Christ bless. Christ comes from the word. That's where you get the word Christianity. Christians or Christianity people call on Christ. So, who are the Christians here? And this is the same individual that said, "Tahar, you right. GMS was right about the chip." That reversed himself. Double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Christianity, some believe the implantation of chips may be the fulfillment of the prophecy of the mark of the beast.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. The children of this world are wiser in their generation than the children of light. Who are the children of this world? These other nations, starting with the white man, Esau, so you can understand. The children of light are the Israelites. So the IUIC members are children of light. They just don't have it. They don't have that wisdom.
Said to be a requirement for buying and selling and a key element of the book of Revelation.
That's where it comes from. It comes from modern Christian militia groups that push this garbage.
It come from modern Christian. What about just Christianity? It's Christians that are not a malicious groups. So they're saying, see, that's negative. See, that has nothing to do with that. They're going to eat their words. They're going to eat when they set up them chipping stations. They're going to have to eat their word. And by the way, I got on video in my Odyssey page. You go to my Odyssey page. I put it up about a week ago. General Netanyahu said, "Go ahead and take the max if you have to." And what happened? What happened from them? Some of them took it. 22 of them, either 20 or 22, two of them died as of the Passover 2022. Go to the Passover 2022. That's when General Netanyahu, that's when he was Bishop Nathaniel. He came out the hospital and he said, "Oh, by the way, I believe either he said 20 or 22. Somebody can find the minute mark and give it to me if you can find the video." He said 22 people died from the thing. Why did they die from the thing? Because they took the juicy juice. So he led them to death. You're gonna have to pay for that shit, man.
At the mark of the beast, you'll find all these different Christian denominations pushing it long before the year 2000, by the way, because that one says 98. He got this left arm in 98. And that article is 99, before the year 2000, before these camps start pushing it. That's where it comes from. That's why I pulled the article. It says,
he said before this camp started pushing it, we were pushing it before we got on YouTube. We were pushing it before we got on YouTube.
January 14, 1999. He got to implement it in his arm. All right, so this garbage. It's not biblical, man. It's not in there.
Remind you, this is the same individual that said, "Tahar, you're right. That's what you guys been saying at GMS." Then he reversed himself a number of years later.
It's a doctrine to force you to be afraid, to not fear God, but fear the white man. That's all it is.
So the clarification of everything that's been dropped out here, just in case some people still didn't get it, there's no way on earth that the mark of the beast could be a chip. We just proved that because if the chip is
We're going to see. We see it. You just don't see it.
put somewhere else in your body, like the bishop brought up, where's the judgment? So it's letting you know crystal clear that the mark of the beast is.
So if you say, "Oh, put it in my back," put it in my back, put it in put it in my kneecap. When I go to the car, I put my knee up. When I buy something, I put my knee up. Like I said, man, when all hell breaks loose and you get shook up, when they introduce this thing to the world, you're gonna be scrambling, and then you're gonna be looking for the men of GMS, and you ain't gonna find them.
There's not some electronic chip.
I just wanted you to insert this.
The computer chip dream, the brand of the beast. So somebody had a dream. Can other nations get dreams of from the Most High? Yes, they can see visions. Give you example. I was at the king of Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar had a dream. Balaam had visions. So can Edomites get dreams? And we had Edomites say they had a dream that they saw black people put them in slavery. Is that a bad 20%? No, it was a vision. It was a vision.
Article based on the not to bring it up, just bring it up a little bit bigger and read only the gray part. This was a white man. What's his name there? What's the name it says? David Brandberg. Read what he says in the gray box. I just want you to insert this when y'all go over about the microchip.
A revelation from God to David Berg.
This is an Edomite, a white man.
But how do you know he's an Edomite? You're going to have Jakes that look like Edomites. Jeremiah, was that Jeremiah 12:9, if I'm not mistaken? A speckled bird. It's 9 and 12, or 12 and 9. I hadn't read it in a while. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and read it. Jeremiah 12 and 9. 12 and 9. My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour. Those are Israelites, right? Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. Colored. Well, they used to call us colored. If you see that colored boy over there? I remember when I was a kid, that colored person. Variegated, speckled. Let's see what the root says. Right, colored, many different colors, diverse colors. So you're gonna have Israelites you're gonna have Israelites out there with blonde hair, blue eyes. Oh, that's an Edomite. See, his name is Bird. He's an Edomite. He might be an Israelite. You keep following these guys.
Saying he got a revelation from God. Read on.
A revelation from God to David Berg in a prophetic dream that the mark of the beast will be a computer chip implanted under the skin. This dream was 15 years.
Say that again, louder.
15 years before the first computer chip implant experiment was conducted.
So he said he had this dream before they even started doing that stuff, putting microchips.
Well, then that means it was a vision. That was definitely a vision, whether he was an Edomite or not. Wait a minute, he had this dream 15 years before they even talked about it. So that means it's called a prophecy. It's called a prophecy, man. Something that's going to happen 10 years from now. You have a dream about something. It might happen 10 years from now, it might happen 100 years from now. The visions of the destruction of this system that the various major and minor prophets had, the dreams that they had were, they didn't know it was 2,000 years in the future. Daniel said, and was it Daniel 8? He said, I want to do the king's business. And as far as the vision is concerned, I none understood it. So what he saw was things that was going to happen in the future, whether it be 10 years from that point, 1,000 years, 2,000 years. Daniel chapter 2, Daniel chapter 7, Daniel chapter 12 are all referring to visions that he saw that's going to happen 2,000 years in the future.
Inside of people. Now, go
Hold
over
on
to
one
the right.
second. That was written in 1983,
Now,
right?
that's what I want you to get. Can you,
Yes.
can you please bring it up, please? Can you please bring it up?
says right here,
Can you please bring it up?
by date, by
Bring up the date big.
Hey, so didn't that brother from that bump camp say God showed him
Showed
his
him a
dream?
dream.
Showed him.
Exactly. That's why I said he's a liar. Can you get the date so that the audience can see when?
I don't know if they talk about me, but I never had a dream. I never had no vision came to me of the chip. But I knew about the chip back in the 70s, 70s, 75, 76, in the 70s, before a lot of you were born. So they're stretching, man. They're reaching. They're written, and that's from pride.
He had this article written. Some of y'all in this room wasn't even alive when that white man said that he got a dream from God.
Could have been an Israelite, and if he wasn't an Israelite and he's an Edomite, Edomites could get visions too. Edomites could get visions too. That's a topic for Apostle Ramlav or Apostle Gabar. Other nations can get visions too. Need I go to Numbers 23, Numbers 24? Need I go to Daniel 2, Daniel? We can go to Abraham's wife. What was the king's name? Abimelech. He had a dream, and he was a Egyptian. He was a Mizraimite. So come on, man. You scan these people, man. But these people that continue to follow you, if they continue to follow, they get caught up in their badness. Don't come running to us.
So we have Israelite groups today, and we can't just get
one Israelite group, not groups, but group. Even though there are groups, Sakari teaches it. All right. It's say group. You know who you're talking about. Stop playing like we don't know who are they talking about. They're talking about GMS.
get on them because there's other Israelite groups who speak against us who follow behind him. They won't copy him with the rape thing. They won't copy him with.
Now you know it's talking about us because these guys are full of emotion. They still can't get the grape thing to this very day. Hell, her sister got it. Shadar, Napar Shadar, she's breaking it down. Everybody's mad at her. Because what did she do? She did what you guys didn't do. She went and researched the word, the root words, and so forth. Even Brother Polite got it, and he tried to make the head of Sakari, Al-Azhar, see it, and he couldn't see it because he didn't want to see it. He didn't want to see it.
With the child molesting thing, but they reinforced that nonsense he's saying about the chip. Can we just say the date, please, right there, when this article was written and when this white man said he had the dream?
Written by David Brandt.
15 years before.
It could have been 115 years before. What's the difference? It's a vision. You lack vision.
1968.
Yes.
Says this dream was 15 years before the first computer chip implant experiment.
That proves that this guy, what's his name? Mr. David Burke. Now, David means beloved, meaning beloved of the Most High. Mr. David Burke, he had a dream 15 years before it happened. So if he had a dream about something that actually has happened 15 years later, that's not true. Motherfucker, nigga. When you have a vision, the vision comes before. You don't get a vision of, let me see, I'm thinking of something. You don't get a vision of a kitty hawk with Orville and Wilbur Wright flying the plane. You wake up, here it is 2023. You have a vision of Kitty Hawk. Yo, we can fly. And then some nigga tell you, look, nigga, we've been flying for years. The fuck you talking about? The fuck's your problem? These guys are desperate.
Was conducted.
Okay,
Well,
so
1968, like you
I
said.
just want y'all to understand that long before you had an Israelite group popping up, copying off the white man,
Never copied off the white man. I knew about this. I was always into the scriptures, my man. Matter of fact, I knew about this when I was about 11, 12 years old. I came from a family that was always into the scriptures. And the Spirit got on me when I was 12 years old to read the book of Revelation 5 times back to back. Anytime I came across Revelation 13 on the mark, in my mind, I said, that's something that they're going to put. I didn't think of a rice chip because I didn't know what they were going to do. But there was something physical they're going to put up in you. So now they're trying to say, see, the white man got it before you guys got it. Nope, because I've been knew about it in the spirit. I've been knew about it. So don't tell me, see, they got it from Alex Jones. No, we didn't get it from Alex Jones. I was teaching it when Alex Jones was the comedian Bill Hicks.
they don't want to go into the law. They don't want to teach you nothing. They're not positions of value. So they're going to watch the white man and stay on Alex Jones' page because
There he goes, Alex Jones. But Alex Jones said he was a Gadite. He said in one telecast, he said he's a Gad. I believe he said he was a Cherokee on his father's side. So you calling this man a white man? Are you calling him a white man? This man's a Gadite. The fuck's your problem? You're following a white man named Alex Jones. These guys are looking terrible, man.
he talks about concentration camps. He talk about microchips. He talk about martial law. Okay? So that's where they getting, that's their God, the white man. Y'all want to follow them, y'all go ahead. They cannot take you anything, anywhere through the scriptures and come with validity to break down the scriptures to show you things that are going to come to pass. So they got to make things up just like this white man in 1980.
We just made it up. We just made it up. Oh boy. And this is terrible. This is just terrible. This is terrible. Let me do this and get ready to close. Let me come over here. Hey, wait a minute. I want to do this. And the walls are closing in on these dudes. All right, let me see this. See, this is what gets you. All right, let me see. Okay, is this it? I believe this is it. It says the mark of the beast is not the microchip. Now listen up, listen up, listen up. What they're doing right there is selling you a car, and you're looking at the outside of the car and hearing the sound system and looking at the rims, and you, oh, I'm buying the car. That's what this is. That's what all this gimmicky shit is.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 18. All right, let's get it.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 18.
Come on.
I said in mine heart, concerning the estates of men,
The states of who?
the state of the sons of men.
The state of the sons of men. So what is this talking about? This is talking about man.
That's
This
right.
is talking about
Those are beasts.
that they are what? Beasts. So this is showing you what? God references man, mankind, or nations by what? The word beast.
That's
First
right.
and foremost, make it very simple to be understood. Give me Revelations, the 13th chapter. And I want verse 11. All right, watch this.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 11.
Go ahead.
And I beheld another beast.
Another what?
beast.
So this is another man, another nation
This beast right here just so happens to be the United States of America. Read it again.
And I beheld another beast
Come on.
coming up out of the earth.
Coming up out of the earth. This is another kingdom, another empire that's going to rise up out of the earth to prominence. That's what John is seeing in the vision. Go ahead.
And he had two horns.
He
like
had
a lamb.
two horns that represent what? The different political parties in the United States of America. You got the Democratic Party and you have the Republican Party. You have the far right and the left. All right, read.
And he spake as a dragon.
Nope, it says, and he had two horns like a lamb. What is a lamb? What's some characteristics of a lamb? Very gentle. All right, it looks harmless. Okay, and how did America? You know what? I got something for you. How did America pose themselves when they first came on this under God, acting like they was led by God? That's right. They show themselves clearly. All right, you got that for us? Okay, all right, load it up. So yeah, read that verse again for me, all the way from the top, verse 11.
The Revelation, chapter.
Take down the disclaimer.
Okay, this right here, they're showing you how Christianity is diminishing through the years. As of 2023, you go back, I don't know, 10, 20 years, back World War II or whatever, before the Vietnam conflict. I believe American was a total Christian country. I believe it was somewhere like 98%, 100% or whatever. And through the years, it went down to 63% of Christians out there. They're turning their back on Christianity, but they're saying part of the mark of the beast is Christianity. So wait a minute. The Americans are turning their back on the mark. They're supposed to be accepting the mark. They're supposed to be asking for more of the mark. Christianity is not the mark.
All right, so it says 2023, 63% of America are Christians today. Wow. All right, that's not a high percentage right there. All right, continue to play. Go ahead.
Okay, I don't want to play this. You can watch this video. All right, let me see.
No, that's falling off. They're starting to reveal who they really are. Right. They were supposedly. We know that they ain't just
99% Christian.
So in the 19.
Okay, good. 1900s, 99% Christian. Christianity, these guys teach that it's the mark. So they're rejecting the mark. As of 2023, there's only 63% that accept Christianity. So they're rejecting the mark. It's supposed to say the opposite. They're supposed to receive the mark even more. So when they speak loud enough, they put their feet in their mouths.
99% of America were Christians, basically 100%. Right. All right, so now let's go back to Revelations 13 and 11. Watch this, y'all.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth.
Go ahead.
And he had two horns like a lamb.
Poisoning our air supply. Bring it up. Okay, that
life unto the image of the beast.
Yeah, power to give life unto that image of the beast. Who's that image of the beast? You know, Caesar Borgia, Christianity. Go ahead.
That the image of the beast should both speak.
Come on.
So he said the image of the beast is Caesar Borgia and Christianity. They said as of 2023, when you go back to the 1900s, turn of the century, it was 99% Christians, right? As of right now, 2023, there's only 63% Christians. So we're talking almost 40% of Americans say, I don't want Christianity no more. It's supposed to be the opposite. They're supposed to want it even more because they're saying Christianity is the image. We'll find out. These guys don't know what they're talking about. And I'm going to go to the comment section of this thing. See how many people are coming against this group right here.
More.
And cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Should be killed. How do they cause the beast to speak? Through their media. Okay, through their media, through their television, okay, through the newspapers, through the movies. That's how they cause the beast to speak. Not just in America.
The image of the beast is Christianity and the picture of Caesar Borgia. I haven't seen a picture of Caesar Borgia lately on any TV show. I don't watch CNN and they got a picture of Caesar Borgia in the background. Go to Fox News, go to any news program, Edomite or otherwise. Watch a boxing match. the card girls like the tomorrow, the Spence and Prophet fight. You're gonna see the card girls walking around. Some of the rounds they're gonna have a picture of Caesar Borgia. Where are they telling you on TV shows and in the news except Christianity? They ain't pushing no Christianity, man. They ain't pushing no Christianity.
But throughout all of the world, you go down to Brazil. We got a call. Yeah, pick up the call, put them on hold. You go down to Brazil. You go to Africa. Everywhere you go in Africa, you got Caesar Borgia on the buses.
Wow.
You got billboard to see.
Depending on where you go, you got two predominant religions in Africa. The Islam is number one. Christianity is a close second. I think it represents something like 95% or so of the religions of Africa. So they obviously go to Christian countries. The motherfuckers ain't putting that Christianity down. Y'all better take your whole crew and march your ass down to Africa, and you better get another million purple shirts out there. You ain't gonna wake Africa up. The only ones that's gonna come out of African that lived in Africa are if they're of the elect, and you don't have the right message.
Caesar Borgia. You got Caesar Borgia on the bottled water.
That's
Wow.
Everywhere pushing that image. That's how they cause them to speak.
It ain't being Caesar Borgia is not being pushed in America. Period. Caesar Borgia is not being pushed in America. Period. Go, you see a bus go by, a train go by, turn on the TV. Ain't no Caesar Borgia. The fuck you talking about?
All right, we'll take a quick call. Hey, Shalom, caller, what's your question or your comment?
Shalom, mighty Captain Mattathias.
Oh,
leadership.
man. Who's this?
This is Zedekiah.
Zed, where you calling from, Zedekiah?
I'm calling from. I'm supposed to be attending Memphis camp. I'm calling from Jonesboro though.
Okay, all praise, man. Thank you for calling in. What's your question or your comment, bro?
Yes, sir, man. How y'all was going into like? It seems like how. Yeah, I'm kind of like how what did it say? He like a dragon, but he seemed like a lamb.
Right.
Two horns.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, it's crazy because like with these Jews and like the white man, it seems like it's always like the things they say. It's like, oh, bro, it's hard to explain. It's like, okay, they complain about the Holocaust, yet King Leopold killed more. Yet that's not talked about. It seems like these people are just
don't account it for anything.
Right. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
Go ahead.
That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Right. That would not worship the image of the beast. What's that going into? That's going into their religion. Right. That's going into democracy. Yep. That's in with democracy, that's going into what? White supremacy. Right. That's going into what's it called? Feminine.
I thought it was a picture of Caesar Borgia. I thought it was a picture of Caesar Borgia.
LGBTQ, all of that. So if you don't worship the beast, they cause you what?
To be killed.
To be killed. Real quick, pull up the first article, please. Pull up the first article with DeSantis. DeSantis is always in the mix in the media, bro.
Always doing something.
Always doing something, man. Read that.
Breaking. Governor DeSantis signs extreme license to discriminate healthcare bill.
It says he signs extreme license to discriminate healthcare bill. Do me a favor, IT. Get to the point. Get to the point.
So what? DeSantis is not going to become the president. All right.
In the article, we went over this earlier. Read that.
Today, the Human Rights Campaign, the nation's largest lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer civil rights organization, condemns Governor DeSantis for signing SB 1580, a license to discriminate in healthcare bill.
Stop. This is a guys. They're pulling the hood of our people.
Right.
They're trying to act like, for example, before we get into, you know what? I'm gonna jump the gun a little bit so you can understand what's going on. DeSantis signed the bill.
Oh bullshit. Let me move on, man. Let's just do it to get to the point. Come on now. Okay, they're at Revelation 13 and 15. Okay.
Speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Let's just say brother got shot. brother, stage 3 cancer. They could say, I don't like what you stand for.
Right.
You understand? I don't like what you stand for. You could have a common cold, but if you don't hear that common cold,
So for now on, don't say you not say act stupid. What's your name? What's your I don't know. My brain. That's all you when you go to the hospital from now on, act like a damn idiot. Act like a fucking retard and they'll take care of you. Don't go in there saying you an Israelite.
or what it's going to turn into. It could turn into something deadly. But guess what? I don't want to prescribe you anything because I don't agree with what you believe in.
Yep.
Right. It says cause him to be killed. Okay. Remember, war was in his heart. This is warfare.
Right.
There's biological warfare with COVID.
Right.
There's different. This is what they're about. They're about war, destruction, and
Right.
killing the people.
You notice the more you listen to these IUIC guys, the more they sound like a used car salesman. If you ever been to a used car lot, that's exactly what they sound like. They fast talk.
People of God. Read verse 16. Watch this, y'all.
And he calls of all, both small and great,
Mm-hmm.
rich and poor, free and bond,
Come on.
to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And
Right, it says in the right hand or in their foreheads. All praise to the Most High. Bishop Nathaniel dropped the gem on us.
Right.
A revelation this past Sabbath.
That's right.
Get
Right? Bring it out.
Nope. I tell you, man, this.
He dropped a hot steaming bag of shit on y'all. That's what he did. Fornication in Revelation 17:4 has nothing to do with Revelation 13:16. Two different things.
Give me that Revelation 17:4. We're talking about that his hand and his forehead. Watch this.
The book of Revelation, chapter 17 and verse 4.
Come on.
And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand.
Having a what?
Golden cup in her hand.
In her hand. Go ahead.
Full of abominations.
Full of abominations. Go ahead.
And filthiness of her fornication.
Abomination is something that's hateful to God.
Right.
All right, verse 5.
And upon her forehead.
And upon her what?
Forehead.
Her forehead.
That's a weak ass. Hey, if there was a GMS member in there, they would have busted him because he'd have busted out laughing. They was who the fuck get out of here, man? This is some old weak ass used car salesman shit.
Go ahead.
Was a name written. Mystery. Babylon the Great.
Right. Thinking nobody sees what America's doing. You know? Go ahead.
The mother of harlots.
Come on.
And abominations of the earth.
Now go back to Revelation 13:16. Come on.
You know? And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Right. He wants to cause the world to agree with their wickedness.
Right.
They started off as a Christian nation, but now it's being revealed who they really are.
That's right.
They agree with what's it called? Polygamy. But they agree with when the older man loves the younger boy. Pedophilia, gosh, dog. They agree with pedophilia, feminism, LGBTQ, all of that. That's what they agree with. And guess what? They want you to agree with that thing too.
Right.
And
That's funny. That's Revelation 17:4, not Revelation. Was it Revelation 13 and 16? Revelation 13 is a physical thing that's going in your physical hand or your forehead. Revelation 17:4 is talking about a philosophy. They had a thing yesterday on Jamaica that they're kicking out certain dignitaries from the United States for these dignitaries from Jamaica not accepting the LGBTQ, the elemental P. So they said, we ain't dealing with you. That proves that America is the whore with the cup in the hand. Abomination and fornication of a wickedness, of a filthiness. Nothing to do with the chip. The chip is a technical thing given to you by doctors or tattoo people that are certified to give you that chip.
if you don't, what are they going to do? They're going to cut you off.
Right.
Everybody who don't agree, read on.
And that no man might buy or sell.
And that no man may do what?
Buy or sell.
Hey, give me the next one. Should be an article in Nigeria. Okay. Pull it up for me, IT. Is it the video first or is the article? Is the video? Okay, go to the timestamp.
Queues outside petrol stations and outside banks. Residents of Lagos wait for hours to get cash or fuel, but neither are guaranteed. Ahead of the elections, Nigeria's economy is facing two major crises. The first, a cash shortage sparked by the replacement of paper notes with newly redesigned ones as the nation hopes to curb money laundering. In spite of a January 31st deadline, banks don't have enough new currency to swap for the old notes which residents are handing in. A crisis which has left people cashless and has forced businesses to close.
And that's forced business to close. That's where we stopping?
Ultimately, they're pulling a fast one on you, man. Ultimately, they're going to go to CBDC, which is a world thing, 114 nations out of almost 200 nations. There's officially 200 nations. Yeah, 198 UN nations. Two of them are not a part of it, Vatican City and Palestine. So it's really 200 nations. 114 nations are signed on. We with the CBDC. We're with it 100%. As a matter of fact, and that's what that whole thing is. They're giving it to you piecemeal. They're gonna have you starve, miss a couple of meals. You can't buy nothing. You can't drive nowhere. You can't work because how you gonna get paid when nobody has any cash? What they're gonna do is they're gonna come with the solution. Auto add chaos order out of chaos. They're gonna say we're gonna chip everybody, and then what are people gonna do? They say I'll take it. Where can I sign up? Because they want to be able to work. They want to be able to eat. They want to be able to buy and sell. CBDC, which these guys are starting to talk about this now. We were talking about the CBDC before they were. So they watch our videos. So let me do this right here. Let me do this right here. Keith Thurman is this guy's a real demon. He then ran into Israelites and they told him he's Israelite. He's all into Buddhism. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you something. He pulls up this book. Yeah, I'm a Buddhist. He might fight in his next fight and get hit and drop dead. This dude is gone, man. And he can't say he didn't know he was an Israelite because brothers told him that he was an Israelite. He listened to them, then here it is. He's pushing this shit, this East Indian shit. So if he makes it, if he doesn't get knocked into a coma or doesn't slip on a banana pill, he'll take the charagma and he'll die here in America. All right, so let me do this. Bear me for a minute. Bear me for a minute. Okay, I wanted this brother's page, but he did a video earlier in the morning when I woke up. And I urge you to watch this video as soon as I find it. There's nothing that you don't already know about. See, I tell you, I can't watch all these videos. Too much, getting hit with too much stuff. Almost there, almost there, almost there. Okay, this has to be it. Bear me for a minute. Okay, this is it. This is it. CBD, MOTB, chip, judgment. Watch this video. It's a bunch of clips of different things to back up what we've been saying. So you gotta watch it. Hebrew, Israelite, Yahweh. Okay, listen to this a little bit more.
Okay, understand this. Don't forget about the CBDC, the central bank digital currency that they want, that they're pushing for here in America. They're pushing for it over there too.
Yeah, because when you buy and sell, you're going to be buying and selling with really ultimately the world dollar. It's going to start with the CBDC, the Fed, was it the Fed now, which is all digital, and it's going to be controlled through the government. So they're going to know exactly what you buy, what time. They're going to know when you buy gas, how many times you buy gas, how many times you go to the gas station, which gas station you go to, how many gallons of gas do you get? Do you buy a bag of potato chip and orange juice in the convenience store? All right. Then you go to the pizza shop. They're gonna know what pizza shop you went to. They're gonna know what time you entered the pizza shop, what you purchased. You had a dog. They know you got a dog because you purchased dog food. So they just started saying we spoke about the CBDC before they did.
That's what they want to do so they can control the finances, all right, off of a digital currency. If it's digital, meaning what? You could give money at a drop of a dime, and you can also do what? You can cut off the money at a drop of a dime. Give me Revelation 6. Watch this. Give me Revelations chapter 6 and start at
Yeah, because ultimately they're gonna do away with paper money. They're gonna do away with credit cards. They're gonna have everything in your smartphone through a app or a QR code, quick response code. Then ultimately, the technology in your smartphone is gonna go inside the app, inside your chip, so you'll be able to buy and sell. See, they see it, but they don't want to see it because they're afraid of Nate.
start at verse 5. Watch this, y'all.
The book of Revelation, chapter 6 and verse 5.
Uh-huh.
And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, "Come and see." And I beheld, and lo, a black horse.
Uh-huh.
And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand.
Right, had a pair of balances in his hand. What is the black horse talking about? The dark nations, Africa. Right. It says has a pair of balances in his hands. Those pairs of those balances is going into the monetary system, the IMF, International Monetary Fund. Right, they're the ones that's going to control this, in the Federal Reserve.
Right. He's telling the truth, but then he turns left, and it's all going to go work through your chip. Let me do this. Let me read some of these comments. I love this. Praise the Most High. All praise to the Most High. APTTMYHBCDEFG. Great teacher. Thanks for great work, teacher. So much wisdom on this panel. Okay, this is a good one. Got to read the negative ones. Every soul associated with the IUIC believes against the chip because one man said it's not the chip, the Bishop Nathaniel. So here they're going to attack this guy. Read it in its entirety, people. Read hand and forehead and completely leave out the part about the image. Laugh my ass off. Not true, Ak. These guys would I know vaccinate nanotech and rice pill. We don't grow or food soon. They live will spike veggies, whatever that language that is in. There's another one. They're going against the IUIC. They begin to see it. IUIC talking foolishness again. How can America be the beast in Revelation 13:11? Well, they are right. America is a beast. The horn, the lamb comes up like a lamb. So they're right on that. Okay, Good one from a sister. Stay zappy. The microchip is where you will put all your info and do business by. It will be one of the mark. So here they come back, the attackers, cell phones and Dropbox. Okay, holy Shalom. Holy Bible defenders in the house. Absolutely correct. Talking to her. Miss Stay Zappy. Absolutely correct. I love how they try to deflect, seeing that everything's going cashless. The man of petition will be revealed. The man of provision, yeah, I guess that's Judas coming back. Hi, I'm Judas Iscariot coming back, baby. The man of petition represents Esau's rulership. It's not no one man. It's not Joe Antichrist. Let me look at some more. Ah, good one from a sister. Their sisters coming against you guys. And sisters are leaving you guys. And why Elon Musk just had the microchip for the forehead approved a week ago. So here they come. Next level cell phones. A wilderness, these jewels cannot be traced. Whatever the hell that means. All praises, bring it out. Let me read this one. The mark of the beast is to do with worship. Stop telling there is no chip. Digital mark, it is about your allegiance. Ooh, good one. Same sister. Well, where do the grievous sore come from in the book of Revelation 16:2 of those that take the mark? His breakdown was all jacked up. He never went to the Greek. Revelation 16:2. I'm gonna get ready to close. Too much noise in the background sometimes, trying to listen to the teachings. Yeah, but they got it. That's one of their gimmicks. That's right. Bring it out. Message. Just teach the goddamn word, man. Most I didn't say give you. What did Yahweh Shai say? Use gimmicks. Here's somebody. He must have said something heavy. Why is my comment being removed? Is it because I speak the truth about the mark being the microchip? So I guess they took his comment or comments down. It's not microchip, laugh out loud. So you guys are getting the chip. Somebody said the mark of the beast is mental evil. Oh, another one. They're coming against IUIC. While the walls are closing in on their asses. No, you're very wrong. By this, you're leading Yasha Allah, the Israelites, to the slaughter. And that's exactly what they're doing. We call these guys the Yabba Dabba do Israelites. Anyway, I'm gonna say shalom. On to the next one.